Ugh. Hey guys, welcome to Punky's World, and the first video is uploading. Second video is in editing. Well, it's producing. For some reason, it cut off very abruptly at the end, and I'm so sorry. I don't know why it did that. I found Big Bird, and it just went bloop, and I don't know why. Why do I have this out? Well, I have this out. I'm gonna work on it after. But this is our genealogy video anyway. Up a little bit. There. We're going to talk about census records. What they can tell you. Some census are better than others in terms of the amount of information. I think the best census is 1900 because it gives you the month and year of birth, which is hugely helpful. Let me go grab my tablet. Couldn't see it laying right in front of me. Let me turn on the light here, guys. There. It's kind of dark today. There was some SUN for a little while, but he kind of disappeared. Oh, that's so cute. I love that I'm all decorated for the holidays now. It just really feels like Christmas now. Anyway, that was another video. Let me census questions. Oops. I don't want to be there. Okay. Anyway, if we go over to, actually I don't want to go over there yet. I want to do US Census Questions by year. Now this year is a census year. Well, not a census taking year, but a year that a census is being released. And the 1950 census was released in April. So, okay. This is from the Census Bureau. Let's look and see what questions were asked. Let's go to 1900. And I believe, yep, okay. I like the fact that the later censuses actually ask you your relationship to the head of household. But you got to be careful on that, because I have seen known nieces and nephews listed as boarders. These are the 1900 questions. Yeah, date of birth. And how many children have you had and how many are living? That is key. Where were you born? Where were your parents born? Did you immigrate? How many years have you been here? Are you naturalized? What is your occupation? How long have you been employed this year? All kinds of questions. Can you read and write? Can you speak English? Home owned or rented? If it's owned, do you have a mortgage? Is it a farm or a house? If you lived on a farm, the enumerator was to write the farm's identification number on its corresponding agricultural questionnaire in this column. They do a little bit different for Indian, or what we now call Native American. Yes, I rolled my eyes. Because it's stupid. If you go back, whoops, I don't want to be there, to before 1880, included the relationship to the head of household from 1880 forward. From 1870 back to the first census in 1790, they did not. And it was a pain in the neck. Let's see. 1950. Again, farm, house, ranch, whatever you're living in. If no, an item 4 is the house a place of 3 or more acres. And then the agricultural questionnaire. Again, relationship to head of household. For anybody over the age of 14, did you have a job, basically? And then they had the supplement questions. Were you living in the same house last year? Were you living in the same county last year? 1940 asked in the last 5 years, just as an interesting note of fact. Those questions can also help you in looking for vital records. Can also help you narrow down when someone passed away a little bit. My great-great-grandmother, Josephine Farrington Dyer. We can't find a single stupid record on this woman. But we know, based upon the census, that she died right after the 1900 census, I believe. Let me go over. C-E-S-T-R-Y. Tree. Okay, let's search this. I'm searching my own tree. Josephine. Josephine. Farrington. There it is. Oh, I'm really Josephine. Now, I want to look at her profile because I want to look at her records. Okay, 1870, 1880, and 1900. It seems like she disappeared off the face of the earth after the 1900 census. Now, I believe, and I don't know where it is at this moment, we have where her husband bought her cemetery deed. And that was 1901, I believe. So we have that time span, but nobody can seem to find the record. None of the towns can seem to find the record. So, and I actually ran into her parents' graves. I hit the magnifying glass, which gives me a search of ancestry for her. Let's see what this says. This is a marriage. Oh, no, that's not Maud's marriage. Gonna save that though. Save this record. Save. Should be there anyway. I do think though when they save a record to your tree, that they should tell you that it's not that person's record, that it's their child's record in some way. Dexter? That would be a weird place to be. Oh. Huh? Who the hell is that? I have no clue who that is. It's Summer Dyer that married Dexter Maid. Anyway, looking through, Oops. Main U.S. wills and probates. That's not her. Because we know she was alive in the 1900 census. See, that's the problem. And this is my great-grandmother's record. Gonna save that. Unfortunately, like I said, I think that they should, in some way, show you that that is actually the record of their child. By maybe put the name of the child, marriage record, daughter, marriage record, son, whatever, just to differentiate. But I can't even find her birth record, which is really strange. It's just weird. I'm going to look at family trees. And a little hint, when you look at family trees on Ancestry, what you want to do is you want to go down to the bottom and click public trees, because private trees are not going to help you because they have them locked up tighter than Fort Knox. So let's take a look at what we have. Frank B. Dyer. D. Okay, they have Josephine born in oh, that's my tree. Okay, she was born in 1865. Let's try this again. Whose tree is that? Oh, okay. Now let me see what she has. She just says 1901. And again, birth and marriage records are probably her kids. Yep. Daughter Verrill. What a name, huh? And Auntie Maud. Oh, Beryl. Vera Beryl. They had the following children: Maud, Hazel, Eva, Clarabelle, and Vera. All girls, which can be a nightmare, except that these people were known to people in my family, so we knew their married names. Thank you, Lord. Another good thing about looking at trees is you can find siblings you might not have had, or alternative dates for siblings. Because if it's one of the siblings' trees, one of the siblings' descendants' trees, you're going to have more about that sibling in that tree. I try to research everyone. Not everyone does. A lot of people do a straight line, which is boring, because what happens if you get stuck in a straight line? You need detours, along the road. So you're not stuck in a traffic jam or, road construction, so to speak. You can take that detour and continue on your merry way. Now, I don't know which one of these would be hers, this person's, that is. But it looks like this person has done their homework, at the very least. Okay, Mary was Bursley, of course, but Mary was known as Rose, was it? Anyway, fortunately, like I said, we knew. Okay, Isaac and Josephine died the same year, it looks like. He died in East Livermore. See, I don't have this part. If this lady was born in 1892, I'm going to say she died. Anyway, Isaac, her brother, died in East Livermore the 17th of March, 1901. Now, is there a death? Right here. Let's view his death record. Isaac Farrington. View image. The census sort of led me here. Let's see. Name, Isaac Farrington, Gilman Farrington, Abby Walton. Okay. What did he die of? Oh, consumption, of course. He was only 19 years old. Oh no, 19th of March, 1917. He was, how old? 33. I think I probably have that death, but I don't have his wife. So I'm going to, and here's a trick. Save to tree, right? I'm going to do IS AAC Isaac F. Farrington. There we go, Isaac Farrington. Save. Okay. All right, I do have, okay, there's his actual birth date. Oh, I do have his wife. And I do have his daughter, which is amazing. So let's pop down to the bottom and save to my tree. I don't have the dates though. Yeah. And see, it gave me 3 hints. So let's see what the hints are. That's his daughter's marriage record. Bingo. I hate the way they do this now, by the way. Save. Parents. There. Save. Now, unfortunately, I don't think it would save her husband, but it did save the record, so I can go back here and see if it saved Minnie's husband. That's his daughter. Yep, it did. How did she become Minnie Oliver first? Oops. Stop it. Anyway. So yeah, and the census brought me here in a sense because I knew the last census that Josephine was on, and that allowed me to go further in my research. Another thing that's helpful in censuses, and I know I talked about this, is looking at the neighbors. Because a lot of times in the older censuses, I would say 1940 and before, not so much 1950, although 1950 as well if you're in a really small town. Because you're going to find if there are same last names, they're probably related. You're also going to find the people's children around them a lot of times in those old census records. So it's important to just kind of look around. You know, yeah, you found great grandma, look around because you might find great auntie, great uncle, grandpa, all living in the same general area, cousin Joe, all living in the same general area. So it's very important. Um, sorry. So that's an important thing to look for. And it's very easy when you're looking. Excuse me, hit the microfilm. Well, online, it's still pictures taken from microfilm. You want to literally look down the whole page you're looking at. Don't just say, "Yay, I found great-great-grandma." Look around. That's so critically important. Can I show you an example of that? I might be able to. Hold on, let me go back to my tree. And I might be able to show you an example of what I'm talking about. Boop, history, my tree. Okay. Let's look at the 1880 census right here. Let's just view this, okay? I'm going to view the actual page, the image. Now, I see Farrington because they lit it up green, okay? They lit it up green. Great. Okay. That's a different Farrington. Bingo. That's exactly what I was talking about. This is Farrington, Nancy and Cynthia. Then you have down here Farrington Gilman, Benjamin, Joseph, Josie, something, and Isaac, and Rose and Celia. Then Anne Rich, which was the grandmother, lived with them. But this Farrington is not the Farrington I looked up, but it's the one that they put in green by mistake. Farrington I looked up is here. Oh, they thought that was Gilman. That's Gilman. That's not even close to Gilman. Anyway. What? Okay, they screwed that up. But anyway. So that's an example, because if you look right below them, right next door, is Gilman. Apparently, whoever did this couldn't read. I think what happened was it got jumped up one by mistake in the computer, actually. I shouldn't say that. So yeah, that's an example of what I was talking about. I'm glad I was able to show you a physical example. Oops. I don't want that. I don't want that either. Anyway. Anyway. Sheesh, there's nothing there. And that is just about done. Okay. I hope this helped you. And remember, another thing, with the census records, they have what's called Sound X, and it's confusing. But basically, it helps you look up by the sound of the name, because some names are really difficult. I'm not sure where to find a Sound X search. You can also search by enumeration district, which I have put the link to that, to the Steve Morse page, I believe it is, in another video, to get the enumeration districts. So if I wanted to look up the village of Manchog, I would go over there, I would get the enumeration district, I would put that in, and I would look at the whole village because I was related to 90% of the village. My mother calls us a bunch of inbreeds. And she's not sadly wrong. In a way, because we were all French and we were all related in one way or another. It was the more we were doing the genealogy, the more we were finding out that we were related to pretty much everybody in town. So, yeah, including the lady that just came to my house today. So, yeah, and I will put that link in this description. Please don't let me forget. So that you have it for enumeration districts, because I think it's so important. Because it's also fun. I like going through and finding names that I've heard from the past. Finding my Uncle Norman / Chicky, that was his nickname's family, because I never knew him. He died relatively young of early onset Alzheimer's disease. He was in his 50s. And you think, why didn't you meet your uncle when you were in his 50s? Well, because my aunt and uncle didn't live next door. So that's why. There. I wanted to finish writing that. That's an O. There we go. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. It looks like the SUN came back out temporarily. I assure you this is a temporary situation. I will see you next time. God bless you. Please click that little red subscribe button. Bye-bye.